Alright, so this topic isn't really stopping, so I figured I'd talk about it again, and it's Russia, of course. Past 2 years since Hillary Clinton lost, people have been talking about Russia nonstop, saying that Russia somehow interfered in our election. They even said that they fucking hacked our election at one point, then they said they interfered, then they said, well, Trump is kind of tied to some Russian mafia people, which isn't the Russian government, and oh my god, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's all bullshit. And you can see that they're just trying to pinpoint something here and there, but there's fucking nothing. Hillary Clinton did contact Russia. So did Bill Clinton. So did George W. Bush. So did Barack Obama. Fucking everybody contacted Russia. They were trying to say, hey, let's try and be cool. Of course, the whole Crimea situation happened, which did fuck up Russian politics, which was like in 2016 or something. Or not 2016. Fuck, when was it? Hold on. 2014. So Russia annexed Crimea in 2014. So of course you can't really compare George W. Bush or Bill Clinton to the relationship that they had with Russia, because Obama was in office that time, but still Obama was like kind of cool with him. And again, Hillary Clinton was cool with him during the primary and all that stuff. And Hillary Clinton totally fucked over Bernie Sanders in the primary, but you know, ignore that. We got to talk about Russia. But there's polls going on. I saw a poll that said, you know, based on the major issues that American cares about, Russia's like way down at the list, because people are fucking hurting. We don't have any money, we don't have any health care, we don't have good enough education, we don't have fucking clean water, and it's not just Flint, Michigan, it is all over. Fucking the next city right next to us, Stockton, is one of the worst cities in the United States, but they have horrible drinking water. They have lead in their drinking water too. And remember, there's this huge study on lead. Fucking when I was still alive, because I'm 30 years old, back when I was young, they had lead gasoline. So people pumped that shit into their cars, and then it came out into the air, and then fucking there's lead in the air, and everybody was like, oh, you know what? You know, lead's bad for you. Let's take out lead from gasoline. They did it, well, not super quick, relatively quick, and that's why there's unleaded gasoline now. But now there's lead in water. And, oh yeah, we took lead out of paint, of course. But now lead is in water. It's been in water for years. And we're like, well, you know, infrastructure, that's kind of expensive. And nobody really gives a shit. So we're going to let people suffer and drink lead. Meanwhile, we talk about Russia. Talk about bullshit issues, not real issues. And then fucking the president and the vice president, Donald Trump and Mike Pence, said we should have a new wing of the military, a sixth branch of the military, called the Space Force. A military in space. We don't have clean water in a lot of parts of our country. We don't have access to a lot of healthcare. Well, we have access to healthcare. A lot of people don't have healthcare because they can't afford it. Or the healthcare they do have is really shit. I'm on Madrigal, which is a government program. It's free. But if I want to see a doctor, I have to make an appointment and wait about a month. But hey, it's free. The point I'm trying to make is Democrats, liberals, progressives, whoever needs to shut the fuck up about Russia, because it is nothing. If you do try to compare it to anything, Noam Chomsky tried to compare it to like legit stuff. You have the United States of America constantly interfering in people's elections, openly interfering in people's elections, either in Latin America, in the Middle East, in fucking Africa, you know, Libya, all that shit. And then they're like, well, you know what? I think Russia kind of tried to sort of help, you know, interfere in our election, but it's because we fucking lost to Trump, who is one of the stupidest people ever, who has no political history, and Hillary Clinton, who cheated somebody, who was one of the biggest names in politics, lost to him. But at the same time, she didn't really lose. She won the popular vote. She just lost the Electoral College. So if you want to bitch about something, let's talk about the Electoral College, and why don't you try and fix that shit then? But there's so many things we can do to fix the issue. We can talk about the Electoral College. We can have voting an entire week. We can have voting day, mandatory day off, federal holiday, so nobody works. We vote. But no, let's talk about Russia. So I can go on and on and on, but this is just all bullshit. If you even try and talk out against Democrats or liberals, you get automatically labeled a Russian apologist. Just like when you talked out against Barack Obama, you're a racist. Just like when you talked out against Hillary Clinton, you're a sexist. And when you hear that kind of shit, you just say, shut the fuck up. Here's the issues. You don't go down that rabbit hole. You don't start talking about racism, sexism. You talk about this is what's really a problem. Shut the fuck up about that. You're focusing all your attention on that. Don't say, well, we can do both, because you're not doing both. It's not even a close fucking situation, and this is nothing. Compare it to how the United States, the actual United States government, interferes in other people's elections, and how we fucking literally invade countries and killed millions of civilians. Look up Iraq. And then don't you dare talk about Russia.